And as you can see, I got my Causality Crossfire figures in from TFsource today. They're really cool. I love the look of them. Just new figures from FansProject. And this one we're going to be focusing here on CA-02 FLAMEBLAST. And FLAMEBLAST, again, like I said, the bio is basically that these guys are the surviving members of a previous attempt to form Bruticus or Berserker, or whatever they want to call them there, the first Berserker project that failed, and as such have some ongoing issues. It is now 30 minutes after the hour. And stuff, but the packaging is nice. It's a little deeper, thicker than it needs to be, just based on how thick the figures are. But it's a nice, attractive box. They really do look nice displayed together. If you decide to keep them boxed up, they're in robot mode, which is nice. Personally, I think FLAMEBLAST is the better of the two. We'll get into why more of that later. But again, just like Warcry, comes in this clear plastic case. You got the robot. You've got his two little boosters / holsters, a couple little pistols, and his tail sword. And again, you can see how much thicker that is than the robot. They could have made the packaging a little thinner. But it's a small price to play, because like I said, they really are nice, solid. They're not going to fall over boxes. And just like on Warcry, taped to the back here is the instruction sheet. A little baggie with an instruction sheet and a bio card in it. And the bios, like I said, are the bio card's just a little bio. Apparently, FLAMEBLAST continues. Oh, former name explorer. Okay, these are actually supposed to be the versions of these. He used to be this guy, apparently. And Warcry former name. According to Warcry, it doesn't say anything about being a former. He was in the Project Berserker. The only thing left with him for the Fire Fragment. Okay, but he was definitely is definitely supposed to be the new version of him, and apparently has suffered some mental distress. His basic story there. And the instructions, like I said, are just a one sheet showing vehicle to robot mode. There's nothing on the back. There's no comic. There's no full booklet like you're used to seeing with the FansProject releases. But it does its job. You don't really need to. If you've got the C3 booklets, or these guys, the booklets for Crossfire here, you know the basic story, and these just kind of add to that apparently. But yeah, very nice, very cool. FLAMEBLAST, and we'll get on to vehicle mode here in a minute. And here's the vehicle mode for FLAMEBLAST. Take a look at that for a minute. He does have these extra thrusters back here. His tail's a little different. It doesn't fold in half. It's just one solid piece sword, unlike Explorers up there. But he's a much more drastic, I think, change from the Explorer mold than Warcry was from Swindle. I mean, and aside from just the purple and magenta under here, the white's a lot brighter. They did paint on some windows, so he is like an official space shuttle now, as opposed to the just kind of brown unmanned drone that the original Explorer was. And again, just like Warcry, he does not have anything blocking the combination ports. You could attach him up. If you wanted to, you could attach him up here as an arm onto Bruticus as well, along with that. And I think if you got the non-Revenge of the Fallen Bruticus, like if you had the old Energon Bruticus, these guys would make a couple of good limbs to make a decent Battle Gaia. But as it is, like I probably won't be using these on Bruticus. I think his colors as that, I like the drab military-esque robot. I think he looks perfect like that, so I'm probably not going to be combining these onto Bruticus, but you can if you wanted to. Just know that. And like I said, I think they would look better with the brighter colors of the Energon Bruticus than with the Revenge of the Fallen Bruticus. Obviously, you'd have to get another set of the Swindle and Explorer if you wanted to use them, because these don't come with the combiner parts. They just come with their weapons. But yeah, overall, I think they really did a good job on the color scheme. It looks like a space shuttle. It's really cool. The these little boosters, just there's a little slot here and a little piece up here that just slides up over there. They do rotate. This little slot does rotate around. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I mean, I know why in robot mode. It's just kind of a shame that they couldn't integrate it in such a way that you didn't have to pull these off for robot mode. You actually have to pull these off, and then in robot mode, stick them up the other side to get them to work. But they do sit like this in robot mode, and inside are the little pistols from earlier. So he's got a little holster that doubles as the thrusters in vehicle mode, which is really nice. I do like. I really do like the holsters. And they just clip on the wings like that. So yeah, overall, a really nice vehicle mode. Like I said, a much more improved vehicle mode over the original, I think, than Warcry was to Swindle. So, props to that. And here's the robot mode for Causality FLAMEBLAST. And I think, as much as I love his space shuttle mode, because I do love me some space shuttles, I think I like his robot mode even better. He's just cool. I love his new head. You can see it here. Zoom in here on it. Yeah, it's got just a neat new head. I like the little crest on it. Just really neat. And colors, I like the addition of the purple and magenta in robot mode. Just really, really cool. Like I said, the tail, unlike on FansProject Explorer, the tail does not fold up. It's just one solid piece to form a sword. And he can hold that in his hand, either hand. And just like I was mentioning before, you take the thrusters, and you take this little piece and you rotate it around like that, and then you slide it up into the same place. It's on the underside of the wing. In vehicle mode, they were attached up here, and in robot mode, you attach them under here. Attach them on the underside of the wing, basically. Here, but you slide that up, attach it, and then he's got a little, like I said before, opening holster. There you go, you pull the pistol out. But since he's already got a gun in that hand, or he's already got a sword in that hand, go ahead and close that holster. Go ahead and attach the other one over here. Just flip that around, and find the little slot there on the wing, and just slide it right up. And we'll go ahead and pop that gun out. And he can hold it in his hand. So you can have him dual wielding pistols, although if you do that, there's no really place to store the sword that I've found yet. So I guess you could maybe slide it in between the wing and the leg if you wanted to. But there he is with all of his weapons. And I really, really like him. And like I was saying earlier, there's still the same range of motion as the original. The only difference is the paint job and the head, and of course the new weapons. But the figure itself is more or less the same as Explorer. I do like FLAMEBLAST a lot more. I think just overall he's a much better figure than Warcry. Not much. Warcry is not horrible. If you could only pick one, I would definitely get this guy because he's so much cooler. Like I said, like I did with Warcry, on a scale of 1 to 10. FLAMEBLAST would get a solid 9 from me. He's just a nice little figure, and I really, really like him a lot. So like I said, if you can get both, get both. If you've only got the budget for one, FLAMEBLAST is where it's at.